Folks, never, ever a dull day in the world of Notre Dame football. This morning, you get Cameron Herron, a four-star in-state offensive lineman, flipping his commitment from Iowa to Notre Dame. Soon afterwards, you get the bombshell news that Benjamin Morrison's out for the season with a hip injury. And then you get this. Blake Hebert he's originally from Canada, plays his high school football. I believe it was early on he played with Preston Zinter at Central Catholic in Massachusetts. Now he plays at Brunswick School in Greenwich, Connecticut, along with two Notre Dame commits, Ethan Long and Matty Augustine, by the way. Blake Hebert flips from Clemson, committed to the Tigers last summer, to Notre Dame, pretty much out of nowhere. I just said pretty much out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Now, Hebert, we're going to talk about him as a player in just a second. This whole situation gives Kenny Minchey vibes. Minchey, committed to Pittsburgh, and then you'll learn that he's taking an official visit for the Boston College game in 2023, right? So you learn he's taking that visit. It's like, okay, after Notre Dame lost out on guys like Dante Moore and Jackson Arnold, Minchey's the guy. Well, Notre Dame loses out on Deuce Knight, right? And then you're wondering who is the guy Notre Dame really wanted to work behind the scenes, and they got their guy in Blake Hebert. He visited once, June 2023. Unless something happened that I'm not aware of, Blake Hebert has not visited Notre Dame since. I was told by a source that he has not. There was no secret visit. The Irish have been working on him for about 6 to 8 weeks, I am told, which would mean when Deuce Knight was committed, they were lining Blake Hebert up behind the scenes. I believe there was some contact with other guys, but Blake Hebert was the guy that Notre Dame really wanted to replace Deuce Knight, and they got him committed. But again, the difference between Hebert and Kenny Minchey, no visit for Blake Hebert. I would expect him to take the official visit for the Florida State game in November, but still, this one was worked behind the scenes in silence. I am guessing during Notre Dame's bye week, Gino Guidugli and Chad Bowden were up at Hebert's high school. Again, there's two other Notre Dame commits there. So, hey, it makes sense. You drop into Brunswick School, and Blake Hebert, who was previously at Central Catholic in Lawrence, Mass., now at Brunswick School in Greenwich, Connecticut. So I know Notre Dame is very excited about Blake Hebert. 6'2.5", 215 pounds, someone who can do it with his arms and his legs. He has 234 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns on the ground this year on 23 carries. And then on the air, or through the air, I should say, 50 of 92, 900 yards, 8 touchdowns. And I don't think they've played many games at this point. The Northeast usually starts a little bit later. So, wow. Again, you get Deuce Knight, what is it, just a couple weeks ago, flips from Notre Dame to Auburn. And then the Irish flip a quarterback from Clemson. Now, Hebert ranks as a 4-star according to ESPN and Rivals outside of their national rankings. Both On3 and 24/7 list him currently as a 3-star. The On3 industry ranking has Hebert as the nation's number 408 overall player, number 30 quarterback. So, look, we'll see what the rankings end up being for him, but a pretty highly coveted prospect. Again, Notre Dame really liked Hebert. This was going into his junior season, but then Hebert committed to Clemson. Committed to the Tigers June 16th of 2023. That was before the board really narrowed down to Bear Bachmeier and Deuce Knight, of course, and then Knight commits to Notre Dame, September of 2023. But Hebert is someone who I think Notre Dame would have wanted right up there with Deuce, if not Hebert being higher than Deuce. Now, I'm not just saying that to pump sunshine. I'm seriously telling you guys, Notre Dame sources have told me after the commitment that Hebert was their guy in the 2025 class or early on. Take it for what it's worth. But that's what I was told by well-placed Notre Dame sources, that Hebert was really the one that the Irish staff wanted. So 23 commitments for Notre Dame. The Irish entered October 4th with 21 commitments. You flip Blake Heron from Iowa. You flip Blake Hebert from Clemson. You're at 23 commits now. Fascinating flip here. Just did not really see this one coming. Notre Dame did want to work in silence on this one and got it done. So if you're just a stargazer, whatever. But you flipped in the really like the 10th, 11th hour, you flipped a quarterback from Clemson, someone who Notre Dame really liked, someone who can make the throws in the pocket, does well with his legs, 6'2 and a half, 215 pounds. So I wanted to hop on here to do this quick video with my thoughts on him. Look at him escaping the pocket there. I wanted to do my quick thoughts on Blake Hebert's commitment. Make sure you catch my live show with Tim Hyde on Tuesday night. We're going to talk about Blake Hebert because Tim is quite the Blake Hebert fan. And then, we're going to talk about Cameron Herron's commitment to the Irish. So, again, make sure to lock in to this Blue and Gold YouTube channel. Go to blueandgold.com as well. We're going to have much more coverage. I got an audio soundbite from On3 Director of Scouting and Rankings, Charles Power, for his thoughts about Blake Hebert. Once I'm done with this video and upload it, I'm going to start working on that article. So again, lock into blueandgold.com, lock into this YouTube channel, much more coverage of Blake Hebert's flip from Clemson to Notre Dame. Hit the thumbs up, folks. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. And as always, we will catch you all next time.